Hi everyone, good evening and welcome to ZyNerd session on an intro to ZyNerd. Some of you might have already known ZyNerd over the last year. You would have been traveling with us on this journey of helping you out with the counseling information process. Some of you might be new to ZyNerd, you're just exploring ZyNerd. Some of you might have heard about ZyNerd from your seniors and you are here possibly to look at what ZyNerd offers and whether it is the right choice for your entire counseling journey, whether it will give you the right information and whether you need to actually be part of the ZyNerd experience over the next 4-5 months of counseling process. In this video, we'll look at a very brief introduction to ZyNerd and also in detail the entire list of features that ZyNerd has to offer. This will give you a complete idea of what all information will help you during the counseling. What happens during the counseling is, one, you have a rank on March 31st. Once you complete the counseling, you have a rank available, and that decides the entire methodology and the process that you need to follow going forward after March 31st or earlier whenever the rank comes in. So that primarily depends on your rank, and depending upon your rank, you will have to make choices, you will have to evaluate institutes, and then you will have to manage the entire counseling process. So that is the most crucial part. Once you get your rank, how ZyNerd helps you is what we are going to look at in this video. There is some part that you can work on even before you get your rank, but a majority of your decisions are going to be taken basis your rank, and that is what ZyNerd does to help you manage your counseling in a structured way for your rank, for you, not at a broad level giving you generic suggestions, but ZyNerd has information for you. We look at all information that is available for each rank and how ZyNerd is going to help you. Before we go into it, just what we are going to look at, what we do. First, how it helps you. And second, we are also going to look at a very crucial thing through the counseling process, what we don't do. We don't do certain things very clearly. Your seniors would give you that feedback. We'll also tell you how it helps you. The things that we don't do, how it helps you. What we don't do without any reason. And how we do it, we'll look at the features of ZyNerd in detail towards the end of the session. This might possibly be the most crucial part in your entire counseling journey, how you look at information and how you take decisions throughout your counseling process. Information may be information on last year's cutoffs, rules, regulations, eligibility related information, how to make decisions and what are the scenarios that might arise during the counseling process, etc. So this entire information is available in some form or the other, generated by ZyNerd and delivered to you by ZyNerd. So we look at what are the features, etc. So this decision on how you are going to manage it will be a very crucial part during the counseling process. We try to make it as simple as possible through our portal. And then the right structured framework on how to do it with the data that is available and the information that is shared with you. Now, before even we start, we would like to give you one important suggestion from our side. It is up to you to manage or go with any counseling portal. We are extremely happy with it as long as you get your most deserving seat. But our only primary suggestion is to look at a few factors before you go ahead with any counseling portal. We'll get into the ZyNerd part a little later, but this we thought is very crucial on telling you what to look at from a counseling portal or a counseling guidance, and when you need counseling portal, when you need counseling guidance, etc., and how you decide on which ones to go about. Just first check whether the data was accurate, whatever was provided. We would suggest sincerely that instead of going with any feedback on any website, just talk to your seniors first. Anybody who has taken the services of a portal, while we are very confident that you can go talk to your seniors, if they are not confident, they will push through other promotions. You can check with your seniors on whether the data was accurate, which is very critical. Throughout your counseling process, the data needs to be there. There are quite a few cloned websites which have taken data from us, put it in the portal. They may not understand what a quota is, what the categories are, to even refer to you or tell you over a call what each one of it means, how to access data, etc. It is just cloned. Second, there might be certain guidance provided without understanding the entire data in the perspective of rules, regulations, etc. Just check whether data is accurate and whether the portal understands data in the way it should be represented. And second, query or issue resolution is very important. You may have queries on two factors. One is on your rules, regulations, eligibility criteria, form filling process, what are the challenges that you will face, attending multiple counselings, how do you manage, etc. When you ask a query, was the query responded to? Whether there was a call based support, or when you call up, did they respond to calls at all at a later point in time after taking the subscription or the package? Just check with your seniors who have availed the services. That is the biggest feedback that you can get. And whether it was a right response to, was there an issue in the response, was there a mistake in the response? That is very crucial. Was data updated? We would first tell you that this is the most crucial part. Currently everybody is having data on 2022 which is available with them, because we have data with us in ZyNerd and it is easy to scrape data. But whether 2023 data is available with them, who updates the 2023 data, will they be able to update it, is very crucial. And that is crucial because it is not today's data what you are going to get, which is the primary thing that you want to look at. What you are going to look at is 2022's in consonance with 2023's data. If I know that 2023 there was some trend which is being followed in round 1, round 2 I take better decisions in comparison with the shifts that happened between 2022 and 2023. I know that these many seats have increased. I know that within my rank range this is a shift that has gone up. In my set of seats, I am looking at MD pediatrics in a certain state. This is where it has moved this year versus last year versus the previous year. Is this data available, and will they be updating data for 2023 for me to take decisions between two states, between All India and state counseling? That is also very crucial. And the support that was provided, was it courteous first of all, and whether it was right. You call up 100 times asking the same query. Was the support courteous? Because was the service, after understanding that it is a very crucial phase of your career and there are times when you there are of mixed emotions, and whether they were able to manage it patiently and give the right response irrespective of how the query came about, irrespective of how many times the query came about. Check on that part. Pricing, check on the pricing whether it was valid. We were possibly at 1/10 at the price of the counseling guidance that is being offered, but still some candidates might need a hand holding, which many counselors may provide, sitting down with them, spending hours with them. If the price suits what you need, then go for that for sure, because that hand holding might be required for you. You might not have time to invest in certain things and you want somebody else to invest time for that. If they are doing that, yeah, definitely that is an advantage. The pricing versus what are the services offered, please check, but especially check after making the payment whether the services were offered in full till the end of the counseling process. And the features, finally, what all features were available? Was it just a set of 4 filters with some data which is cloned up from some website, from our website, or was it actually support intending that from the heart that the candidate needs to get a better seat with better information? Was it support at any point in time during the entire counseling process 24/7? Did they pick up calls? Did they provide a call based support at all at any point in time during the counseling process? There is a special stray that happens at the end. I have a chance in the special stray round. Did they continue to support during the special stray round? Did they answer queries in the groups during special stray round? Just check with your seniors. We're saying this for a reason, but just check with your seniors on what support was offered before going with all the evaluation. There might be multiple portals which are offering this. You can take up any portal, but these are the features that you need to look at, and don't go in for the fear of missing out right now. Just evaluate everything and then go ahead. What we don't do, I'll tell you, this is very clear. We don't do this. In case you're looking for this, ZyNerd doesn't offer this very clearly. One, we don't offer predictions of marks versus ranks. First thing is, there are lots of predictions that are going on. You will see that including the best of coaching centers, there are predictions going on. Every year there will be 100 predictions. 10 will be right, 5 will be right, 4 or 5 will be definitely right, because everybody gives a rank range randomly. If you put in a sample, you will get put in a number, you will get that right. For a prediction to be done out of 2 lakh candidates, you need a sample of 10,000 at least for it to be 95% of 95% confidence level and 95% confidence interval. I am not sure if any center or anybody has this sample for even to be 95% confidence level. If you have a 75%, probably if you're looking at that level of accuracy too, you possibly might need around 7,000, 8,000 samples. Now getting samples is also difficult. because each person will say that there is it was difficult for me, it was not difficult for me. The difficulty word itself is differently defined for each individual. They consider it according to what marks they expected and what marks they are looking at, or in reference to 2022. We don't predict for this reason. We clearly know that it is statistically not possible unless a proper survey is done through research organizations like AC Nielsen or anybody else. If that is done, then that is a possibility. If they do a proper demographic, we don't play with the emotions. We don't do any predictions. What we know is it is a matter of 3 weeks. After the 3rd week, when the ranks are out, you know what you clearly would like to do. That day when the ranks are out, if you are looking at for this rank, what is the information required? Everything is available in our portal that we provide. We don't provide any predictions. Everything is in the portal is factual, validated. No predictions are there. But every fact and every information that we provide till 2023's round 1, round 2's, the new fees, stipend and bond seat increase will help you predict for your rank range, not at the broad level. For your rank range, for your set of seats, 1000 ranks plus or minus, what you intend to, what you desire, it will help you predict. That data we provide for you to predict. We don't predict at the broad level saying 2% increase across, there will be a 10% shift across. No, we give you every information for you to predict and tell you how to do that. Next, no random seat possibility report. We don't provide any report. We are absolutely clear that a random possibility report is easy to generate. It takes us 2 hours technically to do that. We don't raise hopes that way. We know that last year's random possibility report is also all India wise, state wise, which is already available in ZyNerd. You just go through, click a rank range, you will get the report yourself saying these are the set of seats available. It is just a PDF that you can print out in certain portals, but that is possible, already is available in ZyNerd. We don't mention that it is a possibility report because this year seats increase, this year round 1 happens, and that is when you will know the trends. That is when there is a possibility related question that needs to come in. But till that point in time, it is evaluation of seats which is primary. And so we don't generate a report and tell you that it is limited to this, and or without understanding that multiple states have multiple combinations. We don't pull out data across states. We consider each counseling separate. You will understand that when we discuss. And no random seat sourcing system generated reports or possibility reports. No sourcing from other websites. We don't source from other websites. In fact, it is our data which is there in all the websites. So, but the point here is we validate every information. The kind of effort that we put in is we take 6 months to generate the data. 3 months of last year's counseling. When the counseling happens, we validated everything and uploaded everything which is available in all the portals in minimal form, not in the entire form, but in minimal form. Second is we validate the information through 3 sources. One, we validate every GO or every notification that comes up. Then we validate it through the candidates and what has happened through direct references. If there is a stipend, we also validate it through the stipend, through the GOs, etc. And then we validate through past experience. We have feedback from candidates over the past few years on what has actually happened and whether this is the right thing. So that is a sense-based validation which we do, saying that okay, this doesn't sound right, we have to go back and revalidate. So every information, there's almost 4 million plus data points in ZyNerd actually. So over 2020, 21 and 22, 21 and 22 are what you will see now. This entire list of data points are validated and we are accurate almost to 99.5%, and that is what your seniors will also give feedback on. It is our data which is available. We don't source it, or which means basically when 2023 comes up and data is required for 2023 decisions, we bring it first to you. No unnecessary polls or generic predictions. Generic predictions like 5,000 is the seat increase, therefore the entire cutoffs for 15,000 any rank range will move up by 5,000 by earlier seat increase. No, it doesn't happen that way. Every rank range has a specificity. It is that information that is important for you to predict. We will not be doing that for let us say there are 1,000 subscribers for us. We will not be doing that, but we will tell you clearly for these seats, for your rank range, this is the seat that has increased last year versus this year in round 1, and that is for these, that is how these shifts, and where each candidate has been allotted across different states for you to refer to, where your competitors are participating, and that will give you information that this might be what happens in round 2, not by predictions. We see, for example, there are polls. Polls come up saying how many of you are willing to participate in round 2 after getting a seat in round 1. That is a simple poll that happens. The poll would say 500 would participate in the poll, and around, let us say, 400 say I am going to participate, and 100 I say I am not going to participate. Absolutely useless data, because your rank range has a certain set of competitors that is specific to your rank range, and those competitors are there in other states looking at state level data, state level counseling, and moving on to state level counseling. That information is required for you to check for each number, that will each rank above you and below you or above you, for you to refer to how the entire transition will happen in that rank range between round 1 and round 2. We provide that information for you. We don't go by polls and give a generic estimate and tell them that we can conduct polls. We don't do that at all. We give you specific information for you to get the best seat, right information to decide. And no broad level data. Like I said, so many seats have increased, or at the top 1,80,000 candidates last year, 2 lakh candidates this year. Does not matter at all. What rank you finally get matters. Competition may result in a different rank for you because there is slightly extra competition. That we understand. But once we get your rank, that complete part is out. So where you get your rank, the time you get your rank from, we clearly look at information at the lowest level, not at the broad level, for you to decide for your seats. And no combination of state counselings. There will be 10 different state counselings. We see that there are some thoughts that have come up in some portals saying that I will combine all the counselings, etc. That is not going to be useful at all, because each counselling is separate. You have to work on each counselling separately, put in that effort. By combining multiple counselings, taking a broad level thing, you can do that, but that is not the effort that we are looking at. We will still push you to do it for each counselling, so that you know each counselling, the quotas within the counselling, the categories within that counselling, which ones you fall under that counselling. There is no combination of, there is a backward class category. Every state has a different definition of backward class. No point in looking at all the data of all backward classes across states. You will be eligible for backward class in only one state, or possibly a different state, usually in only your domicile state or native state. No point in looking at that across, other than in all India. Now, OBC NCL has a different definition from backward classes. No point in looking at it together. We understand that. We have put in data as such without looking at broad data. So we don't do this. If you're looking at curiosity based services to service the curiosity, we don't do that at all. We do provide information to get you the best seat. Basically what we are saying is no top level information, lowest level information for your rank. No sensationalization to add subscribers. You would have seen that we are forced to do this, however, but you would have seen that we don't overhype seat count, overhype possibilities. If what is available for you is minimal and these are the options, you should understand that this is minimal and take decisions. Instead of being hyped saying that you have multiple options, you can go ahead, everything is possible, we will give you everything. You should understand that these are minimal options. Now the risk is higher for me, I have to take decisions. Only if you understand that, you will take the right decisions. Because we want to get more people subscribed, we don't push up everything and give you a false positive hope, or a false negative hope for that matter, to tell you that nothing is possible. So creating a fear that you will miss out. We don't do that at all. We just give you right information, factual information, everything that is required. What we serve is this. Our core idea is to gather as much information as possible for you to take decisions. You are looking for something in a PDF. You're looking for something from a senior, like a stipend, bond information. What is it? You're looking at something from a portal, from GOs. We get everything simply over here, just so that it takes you 5 to 10 seconds to access the data. That is the simplest thing that we do. Saving you time and giving you maximum information the way it should be to get the right decisions. And no predictions without statistical backing at all. We give you information for you and not predict anything for you. You can predict, we'll tell you how to predict, or look at last year's factual information to decide based on decide on shifts basis this year's factual information, how to do it. especially after round 2. If you ask so many candidates last year, mop-up round is very crucial. Whether you go to the mop-up round, after All India round 2, you go to state round 2, those decisions are very crucial. We give you as much information, including something called allotment mapping, which is a very critical tool. You can go through in YouTube on what allotment mapping is. We'll also take you through that on how your competitors' seats are mapped across India, whichever state publishes, in whichever state they publish data. So our counseling management framework is this. I will not take you through this now. Possibly we will look at what ZyNerd is and then come back to this part in brief. I'll just take you through to ZyNerd, what we do. We'll go through a very brief on what features ZyNerd has, and then we will come back to this. Okay, so I am attending the counseling. We'll make it as simple as possible. I'm attending the counseling. I just have to, once I log in and register for the counseling, I just need some information for managing the counseling. First thing is my rank, that is the base for everything. Second thing is my eligibility across different counseling portals, right? So different counseling, state counselings and all India counseling. What is my eligibility is what I need to understand, right? So as far as ZyNerd Neet-Pg ZyNerd goes, we have a host of videos in our YouTube channel. You can look at the host of videos that we have for each state. We may have it for around 6 to 7 states as of now. Each state's eligibility is detailed over here. We will be coming up with most of the states' eligibility as well here. So first thing is look at eligibility, what I am eligible for in terms of domicile, etc. All India, everybody who qualifies in Neet-Pg is eligible for All India counseling. So All India counseling is the first thing that you will be looking at, and then the state counselings that you are eligible for. If you are looking at state private seats and deemed seats come under All India counseling, and state private seats come under the state counseling. Some states are open states. We have got an entire video on the first 2 videos of this year, which were published over the last week or so. You can go through those videos for a complete idea of which seats come under what counseling. Now we are into ZyNerd. This is the dashboard page. The dashboard page will have every announcement that you need to look at. Let us say you're participating in only one counseling, which is All India counseling. You just need to look at all the All India counseling notifications. What you have here is last year's complete list of All India counseling notification, including the last notification of total admitted candidates list. Except for the refund, every notification is over here. Right from the first notifications of scorecard, etc., you can go back at any point in time. So at any point in time when there is a notification, you log into ZyNerd, you will know that these notifications are here. Let us say I am from the state of Maharashtra. You will just look at Maharashtra's notification. Every notification will be there. As of now, this is 2022. So when 2023 starts, these won't be there, and you will have the 2023's notification right from the first notification that comes up. Now, second thing is you have the events or deadlines. Every event will be mentioned over here. If there is a deadline for your counseling, the registration starts today and ends on this particular date. If the registration starts on that particular date, you will have this mentioned over here for each counseling across India. Let us say you are participating in 5. Let us say you are participating in 30 counselings, 1 counseling. Everything will be available here. This is not updated anywhere else. Those who copy data will not be able to do that. We do that. Every data will be available. And the upcoming events. Tomorrow there is a deadline. I need to fill in my choices by tomorrow. You will be able to figure it out here. And all deadlines you will be able to manage through this entire dashboard, which is over here. We will also be updating in this dashboard area very crucial updates on, let us say there is a court case which has stopped the counseling, or at night there is some specific message that is sent by one counseling authority that the next day by morning there needs to be a choice filling done. Andhra Pradesh does it, Telangana does it within a very short time frame, half a day, 1 day towards the end of the counseling process. Those will be available over here or under the notification specifically highlighted. You will also have access to those. As of now, we have the Telegram group link here. Our Telegram group is specific to Neet-Pg 2023. You can have a look at the Telegram group as well and join it. And allotments, closing ranks, seat matrix, fee, stipend and bond, allotment mapping, rank scan are the features that we have as far as ZyNerd are concerned. We'll explain the features one by one. So now the feature that we are going to look at is closing ranks and how to look at closing ranks. We'll finish this and move on to the next sessions. First, closing ranks. This is the cutoff. What we usually call as cutoff is also called as closing ranks. We use the term closing ranks and now it is used across now for Neet-Pg. And closing ranks we have been defining since a long time. For the last, since Neet-Pg started and even before that for state counselings, we have been defining the closing ranks. Here you see central all India counselling and DNB sponsored seats. DNB sponsored very clearly is not the DNB seats. All DNB seats come under all India counselling, and DNB sponsored is for government or PSU in-service candidates conducted by NB. Note this distinction. For DNB seats which are under private hospitals, which everyone is eligible for, that comes under all India counselling by MCC. So we click on all India counselling. Alternatively, you are looking at multiple state counselings. Every state counselling is listed. Andhra Pradesh has 2 state counselings different. Tamil Nadu has multiple state counselings. Telangana has multiple state counselings, and then you have every state having 1 state counselling. You can just click on that and go into the state counselling. Now we are looking at all India counselling to start with. I click on all India counselling. The first query, we will take a simple scenario. I get a rank of, let us say, 10,000 on March 31st. Or I expect a rank of 10,000 today based on some analysis, predictions, etc. I'm going by that. I want to check that. I think that I'll get that. First thing is, to understand this entire thing, it will take possibly 3 to 4 hours for you to understand. It is very intuitive and very simple. All you see is, on the top you see the counselling rank and all India rank. Counselling rank is a rank which is specific to that particular counselling. That is, depending upon the total people who are eligible for that counselling and qualified, what is your rank is what counselling rank is. All India rank is your all India rank, which is going to be released on March 31st. The total rank out of total candidates, the rank out of all the candidates who have applied for all India, which will be there in your scorecard of Neet-Pg. Now here you have a toggle between all India rank and counselling rank. This is the first thing. If you want to look at the entire data counselling rank wise, you can do that. You can also do it all India rank wise. Second, there is a tab over here which says read this before looking at closing ranks. This is the complete information, not available anywhere else, obviously, because it's not copied. Read this before looking at closing ranks has the total information of what happened the previous years. Now you have information for 2021. We will update it for 2022 when the counselling starts based on whatever has happened last year. It will also have information on how many rounds happened, and most importantly, eligibility and choice filling. Eligibility in terms of who is eligible for round 1. Let us say I want to move to round 2. Whether every candidate is eligible for round 2 or only those who registered for round 1 is available. It says round 2, fresh registration is possible, which means even if you did not register for round 1, you will be able to register for round 2. It says all candidates eligible irrespective of seat status, which means let us say you started in round 1, you were allotted a seat, you did not join. What does it say for round 2? Every candidate irrespective of seat status is eligible. So everybody is eligible for round 2. You are allotted, joined and resigned, you would be eligible. So that information is completely consolidated over here for you in case you want to refer at any point in time, which means every information on the rule is available as far as eligibility, registration and choice filling is concerned. Will last round's choices be taken this round, or I have to fill in right from my first choice, I will have to enter again? It says fresh choice filling, so it is available. We will have videos on it over this. We will have specific query clarifications over it. You call us up, we will tell this. It is also available over here. Now the next thing is there are quotas within the counselling. Each candidate will be eligible for particular quotas like all India quota, for which every candidate across India is eligible. Deemed institutes will be split into management quota, NRI quota for NRIs. Management, everybody is eligible. You can see that all qualified candidates are eligible over here. And it is also split into Jain minority, which is under deemed universities, one institute, and Muslim minority. So every data that is available in this, once you enter this counselling rank, is clearly listed out here, what you are looking at. In case you have any query, you can also come back to this, or you can always call us. We will help you out with any query on looking at the data. We know that in the initial stages of 15-20 days. Everybody will be calling up with all these queries. We pick up every call, explain to them on how to use the data as far as ZyNerd is concerned. And we also are looking at what eligibility is, right? So I missed out. I have absolutely no clue about All India Counseling. All I need to do is either go into the YouTube link, check out our videos over the first 2 sessions or the last year's videos to get an idea. You can do that by typing in ZyNerd Neet-Pg and looking at some of our playlists which are for All India Counseling 2022. You will have All India Counseling. The first one is Neet-Pg 2023. The live sessions have give you a complete idea of what seats are available. And second is the All India PG Medical Counseling 2022 counseling videos, which will also give you an idea of what seats are there and the scenarios, etc. You can have a browse through this entire video section, or you can have a look at this. It will clearly say which quotas all qualified candidates are eligible. JNK needs to be changed because JNK has been included this year from last year. So all these will be available over here. And now we get into the data. This is just a brief on what all is available. You have the filters, you have the rank filters, fee filters, beds filters, bond penalty filters, state, institute, course, quota, institute type, category, etc. It will take almost 2 to 3 hours for you to browse through everything. But once you do that, the data is the data available will be in an instant. If any filter, you possibly will be able to get it in a 10 seconds time, what you would take possibly 15 to 20 minutes for you to go through in a PDF. First, let us say I am ranked 10,000. That is the scenario that we took. I am looking at a particular course. I am very specific that I am interested only in general surgery. I type in general surgery and I will be able to see DNB general surgery or MS general surgery. Just hold on. And then you look at the quotas. Here the quotas we have defined, right? What have we defined over here? All India quota is All India, AAQ is All India quota. Similarly, you know every quota. What is AMU? I am a little confused. I go back here and see that AMU is Aligarh Muslim University quota, which only AMU MBBS are eligible. I am not eligible, let us say. And I look at all the quotas. It is only All India quota that is listed for me. And then I see if there is any other quota which all qualified candidates are eligible. Deemed. I am not interested in deemed, let us say. And I am interested only in All India quota, and I see DNB over here. Yes, I am interested in DNB. Am I interested in NB diploma? There is no NB diploma surgery, so I will not be able to do that. So I am interested in All India quota. I am also interested in DNB post MBBS. Just click over here. You get all MS general surgery seats, All India quota, DNB post MBBS, both quotas available which were available in 2021-22, very clearly listed over here. Now 2021-22, I see 2021's all rounds. Round 3 is not here because round 3 did not have any seats under general surgery last year. It was a specific 47 seat allotment in 2021. 2022, you see all the 5 rounds, including the final special stray round. Now I have filtered this, but what is next? What is the next thing that I need to know? Course, quota, and then we come to category. That is the usual process that we suggest. I come to category saying I am part of this category, therefore I will be eligible only for these seats. What we have now is 2021-22 all seats under that category, whatever was available in All India Counseling in AAQ post or DNB post MBBS. I click on general. I simply will be able to see all general category seats. How many were available? 159 different type of seats. Basically a seat is a combination of institute and course. In VMMC Delhi, general surgery Gen category seat was available and it was taken at this rank is what we are going to see. And till the last seat which was available across last year or in 2021, you will be able to see here, sorted by the order of closing rank is what you will see. Now for our purpose, we will take, this is too much of data. I would like to see only 2022 because it is the nearest. I just filter on 2022. It will list down all these. We'll remove all the 2021 and it will list down all the 2022 data sorted by ranks. Basically, the last closing rank. By the last closing rank, it is sorted. Which means which was the first seat to be taken up in 2022 last year? It was VMMC. There were 4 seats in VMMC is what this says within brackets, and it closed at rank 384. When did VMMC close? Last year in All India Counseling for general category under AEQ, 4 seats which closed at rank 384. You should have been All India rank 384. I am 10,000. I may not be interested in this. Still, if I click on this, I will know all the 4 ranks who took up those seats in round 2. Under round 2, these are the 4 ranks which took up those seats. If I look at round 1, I will see which are those ranks which took those seats. We can see that 229 had taken up the seat in round 1, and the rest 3 are 118, 130 and 303 in round 1. When I go to round 2, 118, 130 and 303 still stayed with their seats, but the one candidate who left their seat left his or her seat was 229. That had gone to 384. It is clearly available. The entire flow is available, which is available only in ZyNerd because we have the allotments in place for us. Others don't have the allotments. Now this is available. That will help you tell that 229 has moved on to a different rank, or evaluate your possibilities based on the shifts this year. Let us say I wish to still drill it down only for round 1 and round 2, because we always suggest that round 1, round 2s are the most relevant. You can do that and filter out on round 1 and round 2. Now I know first VMMC closed, MAMC closed and so on, but my rank is 10K. What should I do? I should next filter out on a broad range. We always suggest a 20% range at least for top rankers within 5,000. It can even be a little higher. This is a rank range which will possibly be my set of seats which I can get. For instance, West Bengal, there was a seat which closed at West Bengal, Bankura Samilani had closed at 5,281 in round 1 and 8,001 in round 2. 4 seats were available in both the rounds. Now here I look at the entire data, I will see that it closed here, but you will have other seats which closed beyond 8,021 till, let us say, the last rank which was 11,215. For me, if I were 10,000 exactly and it happens exactly like last year, I will be able to see, I will be able to possibly get these seats in round 2, ones which closed above, if it exactly happens like last year. It may or may not, that we will come to know only after round 1 of this year and how the state counselings happen. But I know this. Our suggestion is, take this broad rank range. We assume, knowing very well that 8,000 coming down to 10,000 is a little difficult, but take this broad rank range at least for the first set of seats to be evaluated. If you are very much interested in surgery, this gives you a list of seats. How many are there? 50 plus another 2. 52 seats are the first ones you need to evaluate, because these are in this rank range. Beyond that, you can expand once you have evaluated and put in a preference order to this. You can still go ahead and evaluate the other seats. The thing is, this is already a preference order. What many guidance providers throw to you as, I am giving you a preference order. This is already a preference order which exists, because it is as per closing ranks of someone else, not your preference order. A preference order given with factors evaluated for you is a preference order, because you would have concerns of environment, you would have concerns of how toxic the environment is, whether you will be able to manage it, language, food concerns, you would have concerns of family, how quick it is possible to move from the location of the institute to your location, and you would have so many concerns on academics, research, the caseload, hands-on, etc. That is an evaluation that you have to do. Unfortunately, this is something that we haven't been able to crack for every institute. We have been suggesting that candidates do it according to their factors, but what is given as preference orders outside is automatically available over here. This is the preference order which is being shared outside based on closing ranks of last year, which is not right. You have to create your preference order. That is the work that needs to be done from now till the start of the counseling for your set of seats. Possibly you will have 100 to 150 institutes to be evaluated. By calling up people, 2-3 people on a daily basis, you will be able to easily get your preference orders for at least 75 to 80%. You will be able to evaluate based on factors. In our first video, in the second video on the live session on Monday last, we have already mentioned on how to evaluate these seats. But this entire list is available in case you haven't done any evaluation. At any point in time, you can go back and see that these were the set of seats closed. at these ranks in order. I will at least be able to know that these seats over here which closed at 8,000 are better than those seats possibly that closed at 10,000. That reference point at least I will have here. Also, let us say I am looking at only seats in the state of Assam because I think I will only get those. I will look at these seats that are available, right? So these seats, I have no clue what is happening in the state of Assam as far as seat preferences goes. I don't have any clue. I can look at Assam and will have a fair idea of which seats candidates have preferred in Assam. Whether if this is consistent across years, it will give me an idea of whether which one to opt for first. Let us say these two seats, Assam Medical College Dibrugarh and Assam Silchar Medical College, seem to have been taken at a higher rank range in the first two rounds, in the rounds of 2022. There might be a minor difference over here, but these two might fall in the same bucket, whereas these three institutes might not fall under the same bucket. It might be at a different level. There is only one seat over here, so there might be certain differences as well. Similarly, any state that you are not aware of, you are from the north and you are looking at Tamil Nadu, you will clearly see a preference order as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned. You will know that whatever seats were available under general surgery in Tamil Nadu in this rank range, from this rank range to this rank range, this is what was the preference order. I pull out the rank range, I will get the entire preference orders for Tamil Nadu. Which ones closed first? Stanley Medical College closed in general surgery. You might not know that, you might know of Madras Medical College, but you might not know that Stanley Medical College was preferred by the best of candidates across India. So, and Madras Medical College comes second as far as general surgery is concerned. This gives you that information as well on which institutes were preferred first if you are looking at that rank range. Now we were looking at the 8,000 to 12,000 rank range, and we were looking at AAQ. We had only selected general surgery first. Now we were also looking at DNB post MBBS. We can add DNB post MBBS also over here, which we missed out last time, and select for DNB general surgery. I will have the complete list of institutes which were available between 8,000 and 12,000 last year as far as DNB general surgery is concerned. This gives you a complete idea of every closing rank across every institute for every category. I am an OBC candidate. If you are an OBC candidate, you will be eligible for both general seats and OBC seats. Simple thing, add OBC, you get every information. I am interested in only the 4 states of Maharashtra, Gujarat, Punjab and Haryana for whatever reason. Maharashtra, Gujarat, Punjab, Haryana. In a second, you have the information on those seats which were available between this rank range for the categories that you have selected. I am not only interested in this, all I am looking at is any clinical seat. I am looking at All India quota, which is government medical college. I am looking at clinical seat. Simply select clinical. This kind of categorization is not available because it is difficult to source for anybody who is cloning. We have the data because the database is ours. The clinical data is available. I am looking at only 4 courses. I just check 4 courses which I am interested in, which I think will be available at my rank range, and then you can go ahead and check those courses which you think will be available. Let us say I am putting in MD General Medicine. It might not be available at this rank range, but still I will be able to find out that there was no MD General Medicine seat at this rank range, or possibly very minimal number of orthopedic seats at this rank range. And if I don't want, I can filter out and check whether any orthopedic seat was available at this rank range and look at it. Now this 20%, we very clearly say that 8,000 may not be available at 10,000 rank, what closed at 8,000, but this year's shift will give you an idea, at least evaluate it prior, so that this 20% rank range of seats will give you at least a 70-75% of seats for evaluation for you. Beyond this, there might be one seat which is taken up at a very higher rank range. Like let us say something was taken up rank 50 at rank 50. 2 years back it happened. There was a seat in Coimbatore Medical College which is not the most preferred usually, taken up at rank 50, and it closed at rank 50 because the candidate belonged to Coimbatore Medical College, Coimbatore, and wanted to stay in that location. The closing rank will say 50. Does not mean, and there will be only one seat against it, let's say. Does not mean that that is the most preferred seat. So those minor things you will have to go with by checking on previous year's closing ranks, whether it is consistent, etc. That is available this year as well. So this is the entire thing about closing ranks. We have stopped at something. We haven't looked at the fees, stipend and bond details. While you are looking at it, you would have seen that every fee, stipend, bond, penalty was available, including the bed count. In case this is too cumbersome, you don't want to look at fee, stipend, bond, you can just check out these, and these columns will not be available. I want to look at only the stipend and I am not deciding based on the fees, etc. Remove everything. Beyond this, there is something else as well. I am going to join a seat in Maharashtra. I'm looking at this seat. I know the bond penalty is 50 lakhs. I know the bond years is 1 year. I know the stipend of Maharashtra as far as last year is concerned. Everything is available. For state, we have almost all the stipends. And for private institutes and deemed universities, I have 90%. We have 90% of the details. I go to fee and factors. I have more information. There is a star over here for certain institutes, like, which means there is some additional information as far as stipend is concerned, bond is concerned, or bond years is concerned under fee and factors. First, we'll take an institute where there is no asterisk mark. You click on fee and factors, it will give you the fee, hostel fee as defined by the institute, and the stipend details and the entire bond details. It will also give you the seat leaving penalty for that particular institute in case you leave the course halfway through, even before completion of the course. And your bond penalty is also mentioned. Any remarks over here is mentioned. I take Guru Gobind Singh Punjab, then I can look at additional information on remarks. See, what was the fee structure mentioned here? 1.25 lakhs. There is an asterisk over here. Year 1 is 1.25, year 2 is 1.5, and year 3 is 1.75. So we very clearly also mention what is the difference to the last extent this information is available, not just the first set of information which can be copied. This cannot be copied, so you won't find it in any of the other sites. Now finally, we also have what is the remarks as far as bond is concerned. Bond all India quota is 1 year 10 lakhs, state quota is 2 years 15 lakhs. If you just look at this, you will look at the bond for all India quota. Why? Because you are looking at all India counselling. If you go to the state counselling for Punjab, this would have been updated to state quota 2 years and 15 lakhs over here itself, or there is a star asterisk mark, so you can come back and check this over here, and every information is available. This is more relevant when it is a deemed institute. I am looking at, let us say I am looking at deemed institute, which is management quota, and I am looking at general surgery, and I am looking at all states. There are only 41 deemed institutes. We are looking at surgery seats in deemed institutes which closed in all India counselling between 8,000 to 12,000. There is only one seat because you have given a limit of 12,000. Don't give a limit because most of the deemed seats go beyond 12,000. This gives the complete list of deemed seats as per closing rank. So the first deemed seat possibly was taken by a candidate who was very interested in Kasturba at 11,960, but beyond that you can see that all the seats closed, and you can see the entire fee structure of deemed institutes over here. Everything is available for all deemed institutes, which we have sourced based on 2022. 2023 we will update because we work for you. We will update the data for 2023 once the deemed notifications are up. I'm not sure if everyone else updates because they will have to rely on this data. So that is what is as far as counseling ranks are concerned. Now we will look at what we do as far as the management framework is concerned. We had looked at the closing ranks part. Now we look at the counseling management framework, how we intend to help you out in the counseling. We have a Telegram group. The link of the Telegram group is available in the YouTube description. We'll add that even if it is not. Now it is ZyNerd Neet-Pg 2023. You can just search for ZyNerd Neet-Pg 2023. It will have our logo of ZyNerd, and you can join the group. Now in this group, the access is free. There is no subscription or package for this group. We may have as of now, we don't have a separate group for ZyNerd subscribers. We have direct call support for ZyNerd subscribers. You can call us up. But here we have a group for every candidate to help them out with the entire process in terms of queries and clarifications. This is a free to access group. We have had this for 4 years. That was our primary thing. We have been helping candidates over the last many years with Neet-Pg information. We have started ZyNerd only over the last 2 years as a commercial thing, but otherwise we have been doing this. We continue to do that with all information. There is a distinct advantage in the portal which is completely different. You save a lot of time when you work on the portal. This is just for support in terms of queries and clarifications. Member management, this is completely admin managed. Unlike groups which are thrown open to discussions, anybody can discuss anything. There is nothing like that. It is clearly admin managed, and it is a query answer group. You ask a query, we answer. Who answers? Admin answers. not everybody in the group. We are very, very clear with candidates that we answer the queries, you put in the queries, and this is not a discussion group, and we don't remove anyone from the group. There have been instances where we have been called fools, dumb people who don't know anything. We check with them and explain to them and ask them why this is a group where only facts are being mentioned. Please mention facts or mention the source. That is the level of patience that we have in the group. We do that every year. We understand that candidates might have come up with those terms or called us harsh because they are under high pressure. We very clearly understand that it is our time to support us, and we manage the group that way. We know that we have to handhold you throughout the entire process, and we consider it that way. We don't remove anyone for such petty reasons like we said, even if we are called so. But we remove spammers and misinformation, candidates who share misinformation. There will be no spam. We try our level best to remove that as possible. And there will be no misinformation shared across the group. It is a very structured group. We manage it very professionally. Misinformation, if somebody is sharing consistently to save preferred seats, they say that this state has these many problems. Why? That is not the truth, or that is not the intention of the group to evaluate that at each individual level's perception level. No, so we remove those candidates only, and we remove spams. Like we said, it is not a one-on-one discussion group. You cannot, if you're interested in joining a group where you can discuss with your peers on everything around the sun, no. This is a group which clearly has discussions only on the counseling process, counseling eligibility, and counseling related information that we share to you through notifications and every information that is helpful for you. And every information is validated. Like we said, last year there was information on 5,000 seat increase, 10,000 seat increase, multiple videos. You can go through what all information is shared before the counseling. It will happen this year too, because the primary purpose is to get subscribers. We validate every information. In fact, everybody comes to our group to check in ZyNerd on whether the information is fake or not when something else comes up. So it is to that level. In fact, we actually, when MCC commits a mistake in terms of notifications, there have been many instances where we have comforted candidates saying, no, MCC made a mistake because this is legally not right. And we have asked them to connect with MCC. Continuous connects, MCC has changed those mistakes, and that creates a comfort level for you that, okay, there is someone who can help us out throughout the counseling process, who knows stuff and who is interested in managing it for us and helping us out. And every query is answered. Day one, there will be a query on how whether I can change my category from OBC to Gen in the counseling. Day 2, there is a query. Day 3, there is a query. Day 60, there is a query. We answer every candidate's query. We understand one thing. Every candidate is an individual who wants some assurance in the most critical phase. We would have done a video which says that OBC, which gives you some information. Let us say we are saying that round 1 seat, you resign your All India round 1 seat, you are eligible for round 2. We would have just mentioned it in a video. We have a comment in the video saying that, sir, you said that round 1 to round 2 after resignation is possible. Is that right? We respond to that because we know that there is a reassurance required for you specifically. Not that we don't say that you go back to a different query and search for it, and we do that. We know that it also helps. Some candidates might not be happy about repeated queries being there in the group, but we tell them that when you come across such a situation, you too can ask, because you don't need to search across the past queries. It will help you as well, and reiterating always will help you. Like round 2 joined, candidates are not eligible for any other counseling. It will be reiterated some 100 times because of different queries. Your mind will know that that is the case, and I will have to take decisions accordingly. And everything that we share is a fact. It is not an opinion. It is for that reason. There is one thing that we don't have in our group, which is institute and seat level seat evaluations. There are no queries on which specialty is better than another. It depends on fitment and many other factors. It depends on interest too. So we don't have those discussions where one individual's preference and opinion differs from another individual's preference and opinion, where there is no fact involved. Second, we don't have possibility related discussions. What do you think, bro, kind of questions, etc. What do you think will happen in this counseling kind of questions, etc. So this group will be clean of discussions. It will be your queries answered by us very clearly with notifications and every information shared by us. Almost 95% queries were answered. I think around across all the groups we would have answered around 15,000 to 20,000 queries over the last year. I'll get the exact number. And the admins are all doctors. Last 2 years we have been very fortunate to have doctors in the first year and doctors in the second year. They still admins in our group, and to have helped us help their peers, those who are working. All of them are experts who it's in the counseling process, who have gone through counselings over the previous years, understood the counseling along with us, sitting with us, checking everything so that they can help you out in the entire process. We think that we will also be able to get help from doctors this year too, because you understand your peers better and how to respond to them far better. So we seek for your support too. But in any case, along with the doctors, I'll also be supporting the entire Telegram group. We have a team of experts we have created this year too, who will be supporting the Telegram group, and we are indebted to the doctors who had supported us as admins over the last 2 years. You will see that in the feedback too. Remember that they were also competing with everyone, but sharing every information so that their peers, competitors can get the best seat, which is which we are very overwhelmed with. And this is how we have been managing the group. And as far as ZyNerd is concerned, we have two packages. One is the All India plus All State feature, and the 2020, which has 2021 and 2022 data. And another is the All India feature with All India with limited features. All India plus all states will have all the features like allotment, mapping, rank scan, which we will go through. And every published data notification is available in terms of eligibility, allotments, closing ranks, fees type and bond. 95% of private institutes we have, some don't follow. Some don't provide stipend properly, is partial. One candidate will get a stipend, one candidate will not get a stipend. So it depends on the negotiation, etc. Those alone may be gray areas. Otherwise, we have most information, and any other detail that will help will be available. We have an FAQ or resources section in the entire portal, where you will have complete resources of last year as of now, the counseling, clinical information, seat increase information, etc. So you can go through this entire information in the process. This is the complete state counseling 2021, All India counseling 2021, 2022 information. We'll update the 2022 every notification of every state, like it is there in state counseling 2021. If you go to this data, this is 2021's complete Andhra Pradesh counseling notifications listed out for you. You can access it from any location at any point in time if you want to go back. Similarly, every state's data is available. This is 100% data that is available of every counseling that was shared, which was published. And we have a special data points like allotment mapping, rank scan, scenario videos. Round 1, I am in this particular scenario, and my state round 1 has happened, has not happened, should I resign, should I not resign. Every scenario is mapped. We have had very good feedback on these scenarios. All are in YouTube videos. We will also support you during the process of counseling. And instant retrieval, every filter that you want to retrieve data on. Like we said, it is not limited to a set of filters which are based on clone data. You go here, how we have structured data is beautiful with respect to the filters that you need to look at. I am looking at institute types. I am looking at NBE, government institute, I am looking at state, private, university, etc. All these are available over here. If I am looking at categories, every category within that is available with the list down of what each category means and what each quota means. If I am filtering out quota, I will know what each quota means if I go here. And rounds, every session is available, clinical, MD, MS, DNB, every filter is available, which is very neatly thought through, very neatly structured through a database. So when we scale up to 2023, we just update the data after validation. It comes in a minute, it gets updated, but the effort that goes in may be half a day, 1 day effort. But for you, once it gets updated, the data reflects instantly in the same format. Instead of session, here over the session, it will say 2023, everything will be available. And entire website is built on candidates' feedback. Last 2 sessions, there have been lots of feedback on what needs to be done in the portal. You add on these columns, that will be easier for us. Is a feedback that we got. We did that. You change, add beds from fee from filters. Everything we have added. We added multiple features of color coding for service candidates, etc., which we will also let you know. And finally, Nerds on Call. We call it Nerds on Call because we actually support you all the time. And all those who support you are subject matter experts. It's highly likely that the person you call upon is a person who has been experienced in the counseling for a decade or so. So you will get the right support throughout the counseling process. We try to answer as many queries as possible. We have a 90% plus call pickup rate and a 99% call return rate, call pickup plus return rate. In the sense, if you call, we don't pick up your call, we will call you back and ask you why you called us, and it is to that extent that we provide professional service. We will ensure that your calls don't go unanswered, or you keep calling in case we are in preparing data or anything. We will always call you back. That is the kind of feedback that you will also get from your seniors. It is on rules, regulations, eligibility. We don't have a service. This is a service that is available at around 2000 including GST or 2700 plus including GST. You see that most of the individual level counseling guidance is available at 10 times this cost at like 25,000 or 30,000. We don't offer only two major features of this. One, we don't sit with you and fill in your forms or help you in choice filling. Those queries, if you're calling us up for a choice form filling saying, I am on this form, you help us out for 1 hour, we don't do that. It is not possible to do it at this scale, at this package. And it is a simple process. We will come up with videos on that, support you in case you have a query as far as this field in this form is concerned. We do that to the extent possible. But if you are going to ask us to support throughout your form filling process, that is not possible for all the subscribers. That is something that is not a feature that is offered in the plan too. Second, we don't have institute level evaluations. We clearly told that seat level evaluations is something that we don't have, not because we can't do it using the preference orders and give you some list, but because it has to be done at your level for your preferences and factors. If you want preference orders are already available. We won't sit with you and fill choices over a call. Or for that, the ZyNerd system is there. You can utilize the system. That is a beautiful system, but we may not be able to do that on call support. But any queries on rules, regulations, we do that. Continuous updates till the end of the counseling. A deadline of 3 days which we have for ourselves from the time the results are released and the results are uploaded in ZyNerd. The closing ranks and allotments are uploaded in ZyNerd. For All India alone, we will be adding the seat matrix. You will have a seat matrix mixed choice filling option. And what is the process that we suggest? First, understand the process. We already have 2 videos on it. We have around 15-20 videos throughout the counseling process for you to go through. It might take 7.5 hours or to 10 hours for you to go through those videos. All the effort that you need throughout the counseling process is these 10 hours videos. And then you evaluate possibilities. Like we said, now from 8,000 to 10,000, if you evaluate your possibilities and then look at seat evaluation, get your preference orders before the counseling. Don't go by ZyNerds alone. ZyNerds will give you it is a decision making thing on which ones will be possible, which ones you will get, and take major decisions on where you need to stop your counseling, whether you need to go to mop up round, etc. That is very crucial. But evaluation of seats is as crucial as that. You will have to do that yourselves. And check eligibility. Check eligibility on each state counselings. We will come up with videos on that and all notifications on that. You can also call us with queries on that. Apply and fill choices. For applying and filling choices for All India counselling, we have this seat matrix option. Here, as of now, we only have it for All India counselling. We will have it only for All India counselling because not each counselling follows a specific pattern of choice filling. They give some counselings give all the seat options like Karnataka. Some counselings give only the available seat options. But in All India, only the available seat options are given. Let us say 100 seats are available for general category. Only those will reflect in the choice filling. So if I am taking round 1 of 2022 session, this is the exact list of seats that were available in round 1. So at the time of your choice filling, you can come back to for All India round 1, you can come back to ZyNerd, look at round 1, select session as 2023 at that point in time, and you will have this kind of a screen. If you are interested in general medicine as your first choice, you can filter out on general medicine. If you belong to if you're looking at particular quota, All India quota, and then what we said is category, right? This is the usual flow: course, quota, and category. Select general category and OBC in case you belong to OBC. Otherwise, select general. This will give you the complete list of 150 seats that were available under general medicine in All India counselling in round 1 of 2022. When the seat matrix is released, we will upload this. 2023, you will have it for 2023. And along with that, you will have the complete list of their closing ranks. This entire thing is sorted by closing ranks of round 2 of 2022. which means this is almost a simple preference order of last year's candidates. We have asked you to evaluate, but this is a preference order. Similarly, I want to look at any data point. I will be able to come back here, and in preference orders, I will be able to look at it. I will just be able to see VMMC was preferred first. If it is also in my evaluation list the first, I can have a look at it, list it down. The same list of choices will be available in state counseling, in your choice list in All India counseling as well. And so you can go ahead with that. In MCC, you can keep filtering. In case you want to know more details of bond, penalty, years, filter out every institute without a bond, just filter out on 0. You have 17 institutes, only Delhi, and in UP you have IMS BHU being a central university. Chandigarh doesn't have a bond. Then you have Andhra Pradesh, which does not have a bond for All India quota. Some of them won't tell you this because this is a recent development, and so on. This year we will be updating all the stipends, etc. All in Andhra Pradesh stipend has changed towards the end of the last year's counseling. So everything will be updated, and you will know exactly how many seats are there, what is the fee, stipend, and bond. And for 0 stipend, a 0 bond, you will be able to list out all. If I am okay with a 1-year bond and a 0 bond, I'll list out one as well, and then add on this as a process. So this is how I filter out the entire counseling, entire information during the time of choice filling that is available. This is for All India. For states too, you can still do that, but not based on the seats available, but based on the closing ranks. I am looking at Maharashtra. I'll go to Maharashtra, click on Maharashtra PG Medical. I'll understand the, I'll know the quota. I'm looking at Maharashtra government quota. I'm looking at general surgery as a course, or I'm looking at any course in Maharashtra government quota, and I can filter out on category if I belong to open category or EWS category, and look at the seats, and then know based on last year's round 1 and round 2 which was the preference order based on last year. It will give you a clear preference order. You can see that Sage GS, Mumbai open category, radio diagnosis was the first to go. You can still filter out on 2 courses that you are interested in case you are interested in only 2 courses. Those 2 courses alone will appear. There is also a sorting possibility. Let us say you want to put out only radio diagnosis first as your choice. Just within this whatever list, you just click on sort. Radio diagnosis seats will appear first in order of closing of radio diagnosis, and then all general medicine seats will appear. If within radio diagnosis you want to sort out on category, let us say you have taken open and OBC category over here, you want to filter out on category, that is first radio diagnosis and then filter out on category. You will be able to do a multi sort here too. So here under radio diagnosis, first OBC seats appear, then radio diagnosis open seats appear, then general medicine OBC appears, and then finally general medicine open seats appear. So there is multi-sort option as well for you to look at any cut. 100 PDFs are all in the single screen over here with filterable, in a filterable format, retrievable within 10 seconds for any cut. 5 seconds actually, but 10 seconds for any cut, just to be on the safer side. It will not take more than 5 seconds. Once the data is up over here, the filters come out in a jiffy to less than a second once you enter the data. And joining and upgradation, the process of joining and upgradation, we take you through the entire process of joining and upgradation through videos and through query clarifications. We'll help you out with how, when you need to take decisions on upgradations, not at an individual level. We will not be analyzing data for you, but we'll tell you how to analyze the data based on last year through videos. You will be able to help out. So again, this is a 2,700 rupees package, which is 10 times lesser than the usual counseling guidance package. If you need complete counseling guidance, check whether they are offering exact guidance like analyzing it for you, and then take a call on that. Otherwise, you will get every information on doing it with data. Whatever the counseling guide is doing, you will be able to get that over here. But there are additional advantages if you go with a counseling guide at a higher fee structure, a higher price package. In case you want that hand-holding throughout the process, you can do that. But try out ZyNerd and then do it. Decisions and 8th stage, decision on joining, resignation, everything till you get your best seat. We will help you out with information for your decisions. Anything that we can gather and put in the system, we will try our level best to give it for you. And every rule and scenario is available. So we were looking at a few scenarios, like where did general medicine close in All India. We looked at it. Deemed, I want to apply. Let us say I wish to apply, it is over 50 lakhs. I have a query. I am looking at deemed institutes. I wish to apply for deemed institutes. there is a 50 lakhs, everybody is saying that it is above 50 lakhs. I'm interested in pediatrics. How do I look? I just go to closing ranks. I select all India counseling, under which all deemed universities appear. And then I click on, once the entire data is loaded, like we said, we have so much data over here. Once the entire data gets loaded, then the filters work out in a jiffy. Now there is, I look at all the deemed universities seats, MNG and NRI seats, and I am not an NRI, so MNG is the only quota I am eligible for. So I can do two things here. Once I can select institute type as deemed. Even if I select institute type as deemed, I'll have to go ahead and select quota as MNG, because I'm only interested in MNG quota seats. What course was I interested in? I am interested in MD General Medicine, which is only DNB is not available in deemed university medical colleges, maybe as in some hospitals attached to it, but general medicine is not available. Now I look at all the courses over here, and now I can see a complete order of courses closing. I look at 2022, I'll see the complete list of courses. What was I looking at? Fee structure. Here I see the fee structure for every institute. It is perfectly provided, and I know that no institute is above 50 lakhs. Factually, I have seen that this is the exact thing. My budget, let us say, is only 25 lakhs. I will check and see whether any institute is available for 25 lakhs budget. I can see that only 4 institutes are available at a max of 25 lakhs. These are my choices. In case my budget is strictly 25 lakhs, I move on to 30 lakhs. I will be able to see a few other institutes, which is usually the range at which at least 50% of institutes are having. This will also give you the hostel fee if it is available. In case the hostel fee has been intimated by the institute, you will also know that fee. In case you resign after round 1, when will be the refund be, and what will be the refund, everything will also be available over it, any deduction. So in this institute like Kasturba, they clearly have mentioned that there is no deduction if you move from Kasturba to another institute in round 2. So all those details, in case you leave Kasturba after joining after round 2, you will have to pay the full 3-year fee. The stipend is also mentioned. There is no bond in Kasturba. You will be able to see that for every institute. We will be updating it this year, because fee, stipend and bond is intimated only at the end of the counseling process. We also have 2 other beautiful features, allotment mapping and rank scan, which we are not taking it up now. This much depends on whether candidates, whether data is shared by state counseling authorities in the format that we want in terms of all India rank. Most of them share, 1 or 2 miss out, but here you can go through the last year's videos on allotment mapping. I would sincerely suggest that. It is a beautiful tool that we have, where we map every candidate's allotment across India and tell you where the candidate has been allotted over a period of time, round 1s of all India, state, etc. So that you can map your competitors across India and tell that this candidate will not compete with me in this particular stage, therefore I have an advantage, can I go to that stage? So this is possible using allotment mapping. Now we are looking at a particular round, and this gives you a complete information. For instance, this candidate ranked 28 across India in all India counseling, had been allotted all India PG medical round 1 seat, the same seat, and also had been allotted SAGE GS radio diagnosis. He was ranked 2 in the state of Maharashtra, the counseling, and every allotment of that candidate is available. This feature will not be available now for you. It will be available only at a later stage when the counselings, it is relevant for 2023, so we will be updating it in 2023. Rank scan will give you the complete information of any rank. I am looking at rank 1 to rank 100, rank 200. Every allotment of these ranks will be available. This will be available only after round 2, at the time of round 2, when decisions are to be made, not before that, because it is not useful before that. It is useful only with 2023 data. What happened last year is not relevant, but this will give you a complete idea of what happened to every candidate. For instance, this candidate rank 12 was allotted in round 1 of Telangana, round 2 of Telangana, and only those 2 allotments happened across India, that the candidate did not even participate in all India. So that information will be available over here for every candidate. You select a particular rank, and you can still, I'm selecting rank 12, you can still look for any rank. You're looking at a competitor, you will be able to do it from this rank scan as well. So this is the entire thing. Before we move, there's another scenario possibly we can quickly look at. KEA private seats. What is the price range for MS Orthopedics? I am looking at KEA. So I'll go into closing ranks of KEA and I will look at Karnataka and I will look at the Karnataka PG Medical, which is the counseling for KEA. I will look at private seats, right? So I'll have to go look at what are the private seats if I have no idea. I have here private seats open quota as the quota where all candidates from all over India are eligible. Similarly, other seats where all candidates all over India are eligible. So other than these, I don't see any criteria where all candidates across India are eligible. Those are specific criteria to Karnataka state MBBS or domicile candidates. So I remember these two: Karnataka private seats open quota, Karnataka other seats. I am looking at private seats of Karnataka. I go to Karnataka government quota, Karnataka open is the category. So you could have also filtered out on open as the category over here. It is also the same as Karnataka private seats, which are available on an all India basis. And you will see all the seats that are available. We were looking at orthopedics. So I'll select MS Orthopedics over here. It will give me the complete list of 20 seats that are available under Karnataka private open quota last year and their fee structure, 12 lakhs to 15 lakhs. Who was it? See, you can see that there was one institute, MS Ramaya, which has become a university and therefore they have increased the fees to 40 lakhs. You will be able to filter out on the fee as well. And across round 1, round 2 as well. If you want to look at 2022, just look at 2022. And any bond or anything that has been prescribed, you will be able to look at. St. John's has a 1-year bond and that you will be able to look at. And now, if you there was open quota over here, we also looked at the other seats. What were the other seats that we looked at? Karnataka seats, other seats, institutional quota. So here you can see that everything is above 80 lakhs. Some information is not available regarding Kempagowda because there was no seat in Kempagowda possibly in the initial stages and they did not publish it. We will be updating it when there was a seat. There is a seat information this year. Every seat has information on fee structure for Karnataka. We will be publishing that once that is published for this year. So this is the way you can look at data. Finally, we have some feedback for you to look at on ZyNerd. Go with seniors feedback always. We always go with somebody, anything that you do, you always go with somebody who has taken a service. Their feedback is prime. So go with seniors feedback. One, you can just have a look at what is being mentioned about us. See, some of these things which we are very, very happy about. Accuracy, especially when somebody mentions accuracy, we are very happy about it because we know the effort that is put in. We have a team of around 15 people specifically working for you, and day and night we have been collating data. We had a possible break of around 2 weeks between the last counseling and this counseling. Counselings have been happening in tandem because of the timelines. Without any break for you too, I think it is very difficult for you. More difficult than us, but still we have been working to get the data. It takes 3 to 6 months to collate the data. For Neet-Pg, for the first time it took us 6 months. This time onwards it has been taking us 3 months at least to collate all information to make it up to date, and it will take another 3 months. And we validate it 3-4 times. 2 people work on the data. There is another validation that happens between them. And so accuracy is something that we are very happy about when people mention that it is accurate, and that is why our data is cloned as well. People want accuracy and it is very difficult to replicate it. Quality and credibility. Queries. Half of them did not subscribe to ZyNerd. We answered those queries. This time we try our level best. We will definitely try our level best to answer. Can't assure, but with the number of subscriptions increasing, we may be able to manage the group. We are thinking that we will be able to. It might be slightly difficult to manage the Telegram group, but we will try our level best. But on call queries, we always do that. That support is completely different because we help you out with every information on call, and directly you will be able to converse with us on queries instead of doing it on Telegram. That is only for subscribers. And interface, prompt info updates, verified and reliable information, patience level. Yeah, we are patient. So very professionally conducted. We have a lot more feedback too. We will get that to you. Analytics to help decisions. The Telegram group, the hard work that we put in. So just many of those things. No nonsense website interface. Filters and accurate information. Yeah, we have superb filters. We are still looking at new features which will come up. We are not letting it out. So we will get those two for you. There were lots of feedback that we got last year. We are trying to do the best out of it. We'll try our level best. We had very little time. We'll try our level best. Thank you so much for watching. We'll just look at the queries. There are a few queries that have come up, I guess. Okay, so there is a query on whether you can fill all colleges during this year. It's from Dr. Amit Kumar. So last year I resigned MS General Surgery seat for a government medical college. Okay, so we would like to know whether it is an all India quota seat or a state quota seat. Uttar Pradesh has a debarment clause as far as state quota is concerned, provided if you resigned after the date of notification. So that is the only concern. But otherwise, as far as all India counseling is concerned, you will be eligible for all seats under all India counseling in case you resigned your seat last year. It is a loss, but we don't know what reasons you had done that. So that is possible. As far as all India counseling is concerned, you will also be able to fill in all the seats as far as all India counseling is concerned. So that is pretty much, and we have other queries over there on how long it will be valid, etc. So the validity of the package is till the end of the counseling process, till the counseling process ends for you, till your admissions. Let us say you take an admission in round 2 at the end of August, then your admissions are over, there it ends, because you will not be, it will not be required, the data will not be required for you over and above that. Usually it is a 90 days, but we have it till August 31st for everyone, and then beyond that, if your counseling extends, we will extend it till the end of the counseling. In fact, what happened is last year we closed it in December because the special stay was over. Everybody's we had extended it, kept extending it till the end of December, right from the time of July when we opened the counseling, around 6 months. And then the special stay happened in Jan. We opened it up again for all the candidates. So we will do that for whoever is eligible. We'll always keep it open till the end of your admissions. We are here to support you, not and not I think look at it from a subscriber and a provider perspective, more to support you get your best seat. That is pretty much from my end. In case you have any queries, you can always call us. The customer support will be available as of now for everyone till the end, time of results, because there are a lot of queries on the coming up on the packages and on generic queries on what will happen, what you should be ready with, etc. But join our Telegram groups. The Telegram group will have very good information on everything. The link is available in the portal. Post March 31st, we will have it only for the subscribers. So, and as of now, there is an early bird offer also which is going up, which is for 2,700 for all the entire counseling information. So you can have a look at that too. Take your call on how you're going about the entire counseling. But we believe that for a career driving decision, look at right data, take right informed decisions, have support till the end, at least in terms of your friends, somebody who helps you out, or in terms of information that is available throughout the process. We've got 2 videos earlier on the entire process, what is to be done, especially on evaluating seats over the next 2 months, which you have to do if you want to get the best seat. Don't leave it to somebody else to give you information based on their preference orders. You better do it through contacting your references, possibly beyond even joining ZyNerd, beyond even looking at information. This is the best advice anybody can give you. Evaluate seats yourselves to the extent possible. It is possible. You just call up any institute, try to reach out to the department, to somebody who's working in the department, or through a reference, which is always better. That is the best thing that you can do for you over the next 2 months for getting the best deserving seat and ensuring that the seat you go to is well researched and thought through. Beyond that, for everything, ZyNerd is there. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching.